So you're playing Season 8 of PD2 and you don't know what the f to play. Neither do I. Let's talk about it. In PD2, there are so many different things that you can play and everything is viable. These are my picks for Season 8. And this is based on gear that you should already have by the time you're finished with your first playthrough, like a couple spirits, lore helm, a +1 to class skills Ami, and maybe even your class chest rune word as long as it's affordable. Now the first class I want to talk about is probably the one that I'm starting with, and that's the Golemancer, or more specifically, the Clay Golemancer. And this is because the Clay Golems themselves can hit 4,000 damage and about 3,500 health by the time you hit Hell. So that means once you've killed Bale, you'll be able to farm cows, chaos, or even your favorite level 85 area without any problems at all. So if you're trying to build into a poison or bone necromancer, start with this to build your wealth and then go from there. Next up is the assassin. And regardless of what you want to build into, I think Phoenix Strike has the strongest potential in the early game. Right after killing Bale, you're able to farm cows and even your favorite level 85 areas without any problems at all, because Phoenix Strike does 4 different types of damage. So again, whether you're trying to build into Mind Blast or some kind of trap assassin, this is one of the best ways to start in my opinion. Third on the list is the Sorceress, and while you could start Ice Barrage, one of my favorite abilities in this entire game is Combustion. This is one of those things that can kill cows early on with relative ease, as well as any non-fire immune level 85 area. Like the others, this is one that can easily build into something else once you accumulate enough wealth, like farming Declone or even Rathma if that was your taste. If you've never done something like that, I would strongly recommend trying out this class. Next up on the list is the Leap Barbarian. Now this is a recurring favorite for me because I absolutely love the leap attack skill in PD2. If you find or craft yourself a solid weapon, you'll be able to farm most non-physical immune level 85 areas right after killing Hell Bale. This is also one of the builds that can jump into killing Uber Tristram relatively early, as long as you have a friend there to support you or an actual conveyor belt full of rejuve potions. But seriously, I've seen some absolutely insane early leap bar builds. So if you're considering this as a class, this is probably the way to go. Number 5 on the list is the Paladin, and the build that I chose is Fist of the Heavens. Now I know most people won't be surprised by that, but Fist of the Heavens is really fucking strong in PD2. What makes this even better is that the holy bolts that deal magic damage deal damage to everything instead of just undead and demons. That means right after killing Hell Bale, almost literally every zone in the game is yours to feed on. Holy bolt, by the way, in PD2 shotguns, so if you cast it far enough ahead of something, you'll be able to hit it 3 times for however much damage you're doing. And to top this off, you can build into that new holy sword paladin if that sounds like something you want to do. The 6th on the list is the Amazon. Thankfully in PD2, the Amazon has come full circle with like 8 different builds that you can play it as. The one that I'm going to choose for it is of course the Poison Javazon, but that's just because I personally like poison damage more than any other elemental class in the game. This build, like in previous seasons, can kill cows right after killing Hell Bale and can relatively easily clear chaos too if that was your cup of tea. While some of the mobs in Chaos Sanctuary have a high resistance to poison, none of them are actually poison immune, which makes this kind of a cakewalk. The last class on this list is the Druid, and the builds that I'm choosing for this one are either version of Elemental. Why, you might ask? Because both versions are dual element, where the fire build is all fire and physical, meaning that it can farm just about anything in the entire game. The cold version is the same, where it's cold and physical. So basically, either way you go with the Elemental Druid, you'll be perfectly set up to farm your favorite places in the entire game. And from what I understand with the Druid, there's some insane builds that can take down Declone and even Rathma. So again, if that's something that's on the schedule for you this season, maybe the Druid's the way to go. But what I want to know is, what are you playing this season? And is this going to be your last season of Project Diablo 2? Let me know in the comments down below. And on the way down there, maybe like this video because it helps more people see it. And obviously, I'd really appreciate the support on the channel here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm pretty excited to see you guys in Season 8 of Project Diablo 2. So happy grinding, my friends, and I'll see you in Sanctuary.